Alrighty, here is take 2 at today's daily. Unfortunately, the original video file turned out to be super choppy, so I've gone ahead and unlisted that, and we're going to redo it. My computer is in the shop for the moment, and I'm working off a much older laptop, and so we're seeing the concomitant technological issues that entails. As for the kingdom, it is a weekend kingdom, so we got a whole bunch of expansions. We got Colony and Platinum and Potion. The big limitation here is there's not really a village. You have Crystal Ball, which is a fine card here. But theoretically could be a village if you just happen to hit an action card off the top of your deck each time you played it. But there's no way to line that up, so you can't build a deck around the assumption that that will happen. So I think you're playing basically big money here. The two cards that jump out to me are, I think Masquerade looks good early for getting thin and then getting to the high value treasures, and then Tanuki looks good later for closing out the game. Masquerade is a great card in both engines and big money. Tanuki is also one of the better remodel variants. And so I think that's about the game. Play Masquerade early, get some expensive treasures, get Tanuki, start remodeling stuff into colonies, the end. Rice could be relevant if you want plus buy. Realistically, it's not getting up to more than a gold worth of value, so it's not super necessary. I think Platinum is the main treasure you want. Opening, I think on 4-3 seems to be pretty clearly Masquerade Silver. On 3-4, you have the option of doing Masquerade Wedding. The upside of Masquerade Silver is you're not going into debt for turn 3, so you're more likely to hit 5. Crystal Balls look good early. Even an early Tanuki wouldn't be unreasonable. Masquerade Wedding, you're going into debt, so a much higher chance of missing 5, but you're kind of leapfrogging over the silvers. Silver is actually not a great card in a colony game, and you're getting straight to the golds, which will hopefully get you to Platinum a little bit quicker. I'm going to try the Wedding. I'm not sure if it's better than the just silver or not. Ideal draw for the Masquerade Wedding opening actually involves seeing the gold turn 4 when you don't have debt. Then you're more likely to spike a more reasonable number. I guess I'll take a silver here. And just one more gold. So this is the downside, of course, of the Wedding. The upside is I'm getting straight to gold, which will be better at hitting 9 than silver is, and then 11 after that. The downside is the 5s look not bad, and I'm missing them on occasion. Right, the bot has taken a potion. I saw this in my original game as well. Philosopher's Stone is the worst card in the game. Nothing about this kingdom makes it look particularly good. Your deck's fairly thin, so it wouldn't make any money. There's just no conceivable benefit to that potion. If the idea was, like, I really want a 4-cost card over a 3-cost card because I want to remodel it into a gold or a farm. Conspirator, also not a great looking card here, but at least occasionally maybe makes you some money if you draw it without any other actions. You can just play it as a terminal silver. But yeah, well, I was just taking Conspirator 2, split the difference. I'll get my Tanuki now. The way the shadow cards work is they got a special card back that says always put this at the bottom when you shuffle, and then you can play it straight from the bottom of your deck as if it was from your hand. So it's like a remodel that you can always call when you need it the most. Kind of like Batman. Maybe I shouldn't trash that. I think I'm just going to play it and go straight for the colony. It's a big money game, and you got a remodeler. I think you probably want to score on the earlier side. This is actually a little bit of an awkward hand. I think I'm going to play this. Copper to Estate is not a big improvement, but I really didn't want to draw the Tanuki next turn. Given that you can play it straight from your deck without drawing it, leaving it there to be drawn on a future turn is just like a waste of a draw. So I was mostly playing the Tanuki just to get it out of the way and back onto the bottom of my deck, and not because I particularly wanted to trash anything. Another Crystal Ball, I think. And I don't know, Province into Platinum. What's Hardbot doing over there? Sure enough, it has a Philosopher's Stone. Sure enough, that Philosopher's Stone made as much money as a copper. Cannot explain why Hardbot has that card, but it seems to really like it here. Still got its Potion around. I know you've got a Tanuki in your deck. Potion looks like an ideal card for Tanuki to remodel. The reason to play Crystal Ball first here is because you got a Masquerade in the deck. You wouldn't want to play your coppers, then play Masquerade and have to pass something nasty. I got 1 money, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think the odds that the copper makes a difference between me getting to 11 and not getting to 11 are 0. The only way that could have mattered is if I had hit a silver, and I didn't have any other silvers in the deck, I don't think. If there was a realistic chance not trashing that copper was the difference between hitting 11 and not, I probably would have not trashed it. The bot takes a province. Anything to do with the Tanuki here? I don't think so. I'm just going to open. Like I said, Crystal Ball first. And a province. Not sure what the best play is here. I could trash the Masquerade into like a second Tanuki, buy a province. I could just trash province into province. Colony into colony to lower the pile and buy a province. I could play the Masquerade, which gets me a decent chance of getting to 11. The downside of playing the Masquerade is I'll draw the Tanuki next turn, which I don't really want to do, although that's not the end of the world. I think the line that jumps out most to me is gain a second Tanuki, buy a province. I'm way up on point, so I don't think it makes a huge difference. Alright, the bot has trashed the Conspirator for a duchy. I just want to point out the bot still has like, what, 15-ish cards in its whole deck. That Philosopher's Stone is still making like a copper worth of money here. Maybe a silver if it's lucky. Oh, this is going to end on provinces actually. I didn't anticipate that. I think this game should end on colonies more often than not, but various plays have just led to the province pile lowering quickly, and the bot very deliberately falls on its sword. I accept your resignation. Anyways, that's the kingdom. This struck me as a kingdom that Hardbot should have played better. I think it's really good with the Tanuki a lot of the time, and just big money in general, but for some reason it got its eyes set on the Philosopher's Stone and was led astray.